We have a mixed bag this month. I'm in the west of Ireland shooting my first ever Irish red deer, and I'm back home here in Wexford shooting pheasants over pointers. But before all that, I have exciting news about Shotkam. I get asked a lot about Shotkam, and it's become a very important part of my kit, both for improving my shotgun shooting and filming my shotgun shooting. But Shotkam have set up a website making their product available to people in Ireland, and the price includes shipping and taxes into Ireland, which is really exciting because, as everybody knows, getting something shipped here can be very difficult and very expensive. So we've put a link in the description. They've got some really good discounts at the moment, so please check that out. This hunt sees me as a guest of cameraman Daniel in the west of Ireland. Daniel's hunting areas have red deer on them, and I've never shot an Irish red deer. So this is a very exciting opportunity for me. I've shot just about everything else on the island of Ireland that there is to shoot, but never shot a red deer here. So Daniel's been kind enough to invite me over. We had a real nice drop in temperature last night, and they should be rutting, but we haven't heard anything yet. We're up in this lovely sort of mountainous forestry area, so we're having a little bit of a stalk round. It's just got bright, but haven't heard anything yet, and there's not a massive number of deer in this area, so we're just going to stalk for the morning and hopefully we'll find something. I'm not really interested in a trophy. Definitely don't want to shoot a stag that's too young to shoot. Ideally for me it would be a sort of a bad head or just a pricket for some meat, but just to experience these reds in the west of Ireland is going to be something really special. The red deer is Ireland's largest land mammal and the only species of deer that are considered native to Ireland, having survived our last ice age. Our hunt takes place mid-rut, and there should be plenty of roaring activity in the forest to be heard. So we've just got a hind and calf here 200 yards in front of us. That's right where we want to go. We want to kind of get to where they are and then turn out into this bog to look at some other ground. It's pretty rough cover, so there might be more deer there. All I can see is two at the moment, but probably just give it 10-15 minutes standing here just to see does anything else moving. She keeps looking back over her shoulder. There could be more deer out to our left that she's looking at, so we'll just give it a few minutes and see if anything develops. So we've just come to this brow in the bog and we're looking down on these fields. We've got another hind calf here and down here. But a stag has just opened up in this forest beside us. He's no more than maybe 500-600 yards away, I'd say. But the wind is dead wrong from us to him. We can't make a direct track and we can't get round to keep the wind right, really. We'll sort of need to go past him and come back into him. And hopefully if we can pass him with about 500 or 600 yards between us, our wind won't get to him. But really exciting to hear him up and up roaring. And he's pretty close. If those trees weren't there, I reckon we could see him. But we're going to give it a go. Might not work, but hopefully we'll be able to get round and get into close to where he is. Come out onto this clearing and we've heard the stag a couple of times. Sounds like he's about 300 yards from us, down into the wood here, but he did sound like he was getting closer the last few roars, so we're just going to hang tight here. Really like to hear him again before we make a move in, because he could be moving this way and could pop out anywhere, so we don't want to have a head-on walk into him. So just going to wait here. Hopefully we'll be able to hear him roar again and get it recorded, because it's aggressive now, we're getting fairly close. He's not moving. He's really close now, maybe 80 or 100 yards. Unfortunately, we've come to the edge of the clearing. We've got quite a few wallows here around us, but I don't know if we can stalk any closer. Might just be a case of sitting tight and waiting, see does he come around this area. He can't be any more than about 50 yards away. I can see 30 yards into this scrub, but he's not moving. Absolutely insane. Sorry, I don't know why I'm still whispering. Just came, sorry we didn't get that on film, but I was just moving position. I just wanted to get across this clearing. There's another little clearing just through these trees, and we could hear that. I actually still thought he was about 60 meters away, 60 yards away. But just as I was halfway across this clearing, I just knelt down to wait for Daniel to come through with the camera. And I just saw his legs moving under the trees here. And there's a little deer track. This is obviously the track he's using to go from wallow to wallow. And he just came to the edge, put his head down to walk under, and we just met eyeball to eyeball at 7-8 yards max. And I just put the gun up. Had the scope turned right down to 3, but I could see that I think he's an 8 or 9 pointer. But seems to have a big body. It was difficult to see his antlers, to be honest, through the scope. I was really shaking. But yeah, made the decision to take the shot to cap an absolutely fabulous hunt. The size of the trophy really to me doesn't matter on this occasion. It's just been a magnificent morning to hear these stags roaring in tight cover, and for Daniel's knowledge on how to get round and get into position and sort of just try and intercept him as he's going from wallow to wallow in here. It's just been a fabulous experience, and yeah, my first Irish red, and a really memorable hunt to go with it, which, yeah, this is what hunting is about for me. How far have we got to go? Unable to drag this stag out of the forest, we have to call for reinforcements in the form of Daniel's girlfriend, his father, a winch and a couple of dogs.
On our best efforts, we made it about 20 yards, and we've gone for the winches and 2 other people. It's easy to forget how hard these guys are to move after you get them down the ground.
This whole experience is alien to me, and I feel very lucky that we have sika deer on the east coast, which are far easier to move.
Oh. 6 hours after shooting. Gym opens at 4, so if we get him hung up now, I'll get a workout in.
Well, I have to thank Daniel massively for that. It was a thoroughly enjoyable experience and testament to the old saying that the hard work only starts when you pull the trigger, because that was a seriously difficult day's work getting that stag out of there, and a memory I'll remember for a very long time. And now we see how I got on when I went out with Stephen and his pointer. Rough shooting has always been a staple of game shooting in Ireland, and I've been doing it since I'm a kid. Getting out with a gun and a dog, walking through the countryside, trying to find some game to put on the table. The gun club that Stephen and I are members of release pheasants into the wild every year to supplement the wild population, and these birds are looked after by the gun club members until they're old enough to fend for themselves in the wild. We never shoot every bird we've released, nor do we want to, and hopefully the birds we've put into the wild go on to rear their own clutches.
Good fella. Good boy. Good boy.
First bird I've shot with side by side in a long time. But he is fat as hell, a real good eating. One boot full of water. Not made of sugar.
You ready for pigeon, right? Ah.
Terrible.
Good boy.
Did my best to miss him.
Oh.
Jeez, I got some adrenaline buzz when he got up. That was brilliant watching the dog say. Oh my God. Good boy. Good boy.
Good man.
Well, that is an absolute beauty. He's not a this year's bird. Good long tail, good big hard spurs, and serious weight in him as well. He's survived a couple of seasons. Nice to get an old guy like that. Well, that was a great fun morning. A big thanks to Stephen for bringing me out with his pointer. And yeah, just such an enjoyable way to spend a few hours. Nice to get the old Webley out as well. This gun was bought brand new by my uncle in 1974. He still has the receipt and he gave it to me a few years ago as a present. I don't shoot a side by side that well or that often, but it's nice to get out. It's a beautiful gun to carry for a few hours, nice and light, and put it to good use today. Nearly had a horrendous miss on that last cock, but managed to redeem myself with the second barrel. I'm sure you all would have enjoyed it more if I'd have missed that, but it's all part of the fun. Well, a big thanks to Stephen for doing the camera work there and providing the dog. And that was a tricky morning. The scent was really, really bad, but great to get out and just so exciting when you see those pointers lock on. I did my very best to miss that last pheasant, but luckily I managed to take it down. I know everyone would have probably enjoyed if I'd missed it clean. Definitely Stephen would. But that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon.